Today I'm checking out Fatekeeper on the Steam Deck. This is a game that looks very promising. It is, however, kind of an indie game. It is published by THQ, but it's made by a very small studio of 13 developers. And this game costs $7.99, so I was pretty excited to test it out. However, it doesn't really work very well right now on the Steam Deck. The game has some major issue with the graphics settings. It was actually very hard to even get it to run, and I want to give a huge shout out to Felix from Deck Filter, who actually is the one to kind of figure out how to get the game running, because he also bought it, and the game is completely broken right now. I'm not sure if it's an AMD thing or if it's the same on Nvidia, but every time you try to launch a new game, you'll get an Unreal 5 crash. Now, I tried running the game on Proton Experimental, on Proton Hotfix, on GE Proton. I probably tried 10 or 15 different Proton versions, and I kept getting that crash. Now, the reason why the game crashes is that the global illumination setting is completely broken in this game. And the way you can get it running is you have to go into the settings menu and you have to click run benchmark. Now this will set the preset to medium, and that might seem like strange, but on medium preset, the game actually runs at higher FPS than it does on the low preset. That's because the low preset applies the low version of global illumination, and that's the one that's broken. So go to settings options and then go to graphics and then set it to medium preset and then turn off mega lights, and you have to choose some sort of upscaling. You can do FSR, XeSS or TSR. You have to choose one of the three. I tried it with all three and the game is not really in a playable state. You will mostly run at 30 or below 30 FPS depending on the scene, and I will showcase some of that gameplay, but this is how you can get past that new game crusher. And once you do load into the game, if you change any of the settings back to low and you do a save or you do a load somewhere, the game will crash. So I currently don't recommend you playing this game on the Steam Deck. However, if you did want to do it, that is how to do it. The other reason I don't recommend this game on Steam Deck is because it doesn't have native controller support, which is kind of strange for a game in 2026 to not have controller support. That's something that you can just enable in Unreal Engine when you develop the game. I'm not sure why they didn't include that. Now you can play it with the Steam Deck controls. The Steam Deck will automatically translate the controls, and there aren't that many hotkeys to press, so it is playable, but not natively. And I'm gonna have some gameplay, including some combat. Now, when you do load into the combat section of this game, it's still the tutorial, but it does run somewhat better at around 30 FPS. And again, this is forcing us to play on medium settings. So if they do get a fix for that global illumination issue, maybe a combination of low and medium settings and a 30 FPS cap will totally be possible for this game. But right now it's completely broken, so I don't recommend it. So I'm going to leave you with some more gameplay, and that's going to be it for my commentary of this video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.
by the endless void. I can't.
It's over. Well, half of it. We still have to return, of course.
That was humiliating. I should have been stronger.
Think nothing of it. I've yet to see anyone come through
Ugh!